Hey everybody, so following the videos I did about me discovering that I had young onset Parkinson's, I thought I'd do an update on what this actually means practically and how do they actually treat that. Now, Parkinson's is basically the death of the dopamine cells in my brain, and dopamine does a whole bunch of things. It smooths out my movements. The lack of dopamine means you can get tremors and muscle spasms and insomnia and some bowel or bladder issues, fine motor control, so problems with handwriting, all that kind of stuff. I mean, there's loads of spin-off problems that it gives you as well, from even like problems with your skin. So it's a big thing. And one of the major things it does, of course, is you don't get any dopamine hits. You get much less dopamine reward hits than you might get. So, for example, go out for a nice meal, find a car parking space and do something exciting. Boom, you get a dopamine hit. Well, I get much less of that. So, things like choosing joy as a discipline, that's a real big thing. So apathy and depression can hit people with Parkinson's. Now, I haven't suffered from the depression side of things, but certainly apathy, that's been something I've had to battle through for a while and just keep going. And a whole bunch of other stuff that I've spoken about in videos before, from like tightness around your face muscles, are called Parkinson's mask and all that kind of stuff. So what do they do for that? Well, for me, I'm on these, and that is so excuse the dirty hands, I've been gardening. That is a synthetic dopamine tablet, and basically it's not dopamine until it gets inside my body and it becomes dopamine, and a small percentage of that pill hits my brain as dopamine, and that fixes me for between typically maybe 3-4 hours. So for 3 to 4 hours at a time, I get 90% of myself back. There's no build up of this. You don't build it up in your body. It works, then it stops. And they call that switching on and switching off. When I'm switched off, I definitely go downhill and all the symptoms start to come back. I take a pill. These are controlled release ones, and about an hour later, it starts to impact me. I start to feel a bit better. And then after 2 hours, that's peak dose. And then for a couple of hours after that, I'm pretty good. As I say, about 90% back. And then I need to take another pill. And I'm on 3 of these controlled release pills a day. There's all different varieties of these types of medication. The one I'm on is called Cinemet. And that works for me. That gives me a good 8 to 10 hours a day of feeling 90% normal. So obviously I have to time when I take that medication as well. So that's the treatment that I'm on. Keeps me functioning well. It means I'm up for running the marathon next year, get a half marathon done this year. I can crack on. Lots of stuff it doesn't fix, but it gives me, a good run at feeling relatively normal. Next stage after that is stuff like dopamine injections, like an insulin type pen, but with dopamine. They can do stuff like deep brain stimulation. These drugs, they last effectively somewhere between 8 and 12 years, and then you build up sort of a tolerance or resistance to it. So they have to look at other options, more on that another time. But these pills pretty much sort me out. So as long as I pop them, and I'll keep them everywhere. I've got pack in my car, packed by my bed. I've got strips in the office. So because if I don't take them, then I do start to go downhill. But so far, so good.